Hello, everybody, and welcome to another live stream in English with me, Dave, from the channel American English with Dave, where it is my goal to help you learn and improve your English, especially American English, as the name suggests. So, I just wanted to see who's out there. So make sure to write in the comments. Let me know that you're there. Hey Max, how's it going? Do you hear me well? Let me know if the audio is working well. Sometimes I have trouble with the audio, but hopefully today won't be a problem. All right. Oh, it's Karobi, or Karobi. Yeah, he's. I imagine that Karobi is from like some African country, even though I know he's not. But that's how I imagine his name. All right. Małgorzata, how are you doing? Małgosia, Gosh, G. I don't know what the short version. There's so many short versions of Małgosia, Małgorzata. Maybe Małgorz. Małgorz sounds like a fish, right? All right, Christina, one Polish chick. All right. Long time no see. Hello from Edinburgh, right? Edinburgh, how do they say that in Scotland, right? Edinburgh? I don't really know. Something like that. So, use this as an opportunity to ask any questions to improve your English. And of course, obviously, because this is a channel in English, please write in English. I know that we have a lot of people on here from Poland, but believe it or not, we do occasionally have people that are not from Poland. so yeah. I know Mike Mistake. Is that a person? Like his name is Mike, his last name is Mistake, and his first name is Mike? Like, hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Mike Mistake. Just call me Mr. Mistake, if you prefer. All right. So I don't know. Let me know if you have a contact for Mr. Mike Mistake. I'd like to be introduced to him. Is that the same guy from Magic Mike? All right, Pittsburgh, PA, Christina. Yes, I don't know if you guys know this, that Pittsburgh, as you can see, is written with an H at the end, but actually, before World War I, it was written with a G, like German. So it was like a Pittsburgh. It was a German name, but because there was World War I, a lot of people didn't like the Germans, so they added a G on the end of Pittsburgh, and that's why. Why would some people say all right at the end of a sentence? Sometimes it doesn't make sense to me, and I don't know why they said that. I don't know, but it's just something that people say. It's like a filler word. A filler word is a word that kind of fills the silence. That's why it's a filler word. All right, we got the Black Widow here. By the way, I know on the last one I asked you, where do you live, Dominica? Dominique Black. Where do you live in England? I don't know why I thought you lived in England, but let me know in the comments. Have you ever played Among Us, Magdalena? No, you know what? I have not. My sister has. Is that the zombie game? Is that what it is? No, that's The Last of Us. What is Among Us? I don't know. Is that the same as humongous? Huh? No, I don't know. Let me know. What is that? I don't know what that is, Magda. There is a quote from Star Wars. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Is it even correct? Shouldn't one say, have you ever heard? Did you ever hear? Okay. So in America, we would say, did you ever hear? right? So, did you ever hear? Yeah, but you're right. It is probably more grammatically correct to say, have you ever heard? Did you ever? Yeah, more than likely. Yeah, yeah. I probably, have you ever heard? Did you ever hear? Yeah, I think that, let me put it this way. I think you probably, if you said it, that's one thing, but if you wrote it, it might not be correct. Like you might get points deducted at the school, at your university or something like that. I never thought about that, but yeah, you're right. It should be, have you ever heard? Did you ever hear? Did you ever hear? I'm gonna have to think about that. I don't know if I have a good answer there. I lived in USA. All right. So I would just want to remind you guys that whenever we talk about the USA, we always want to say the USA. So I lived in the USA. Same thing like I lived in the US. I lived in the United States. I lived in the United States of America. I lived in the USA. So it's always the United States, because there are many states. That's why we say the. It's just like we would say the Philippines, or the, what else? The Bahamas, right? You see how there's multiple. So this is, I'll just use this as a teaching moment here. This is something that hopefully, if you remember it, it will help you. Whenever we talk about countries, we would always say the if the country is more than one. So for example, the United States. There's many states. It's United States. Same thing where we would say the United Kingdom. Now I know kingdom is one, but because it's United Kingdom, then we would say the United Kingdom. Or, for example, the Philippines, because there's an S, the Philippines. Or the Bahamas, because there's an S. So anytime there's an S and there's multiple at then we say, or for example, the Canary Islands, right? That is multiple. But if it's just one, like America, then we don't say the. We would just say I lived in America, as opposed to I lived in the United States. So we always use the if there are more, if it's multiple. Same thing if it's just like we have the United Kingdom, we would also say it for, like, for example, the Czech Republic, because it's a republic, or the Soviet Union, right? It's kind of like republic or kingdom. It's a union, the Soviet Union. Same thing we would say. So for Poland, we wouldn't say that. We say just I live in Poland. But you could say in the Republic of Poland. Okay, does that make sense? I lived in the U.S. for 1 year, and it was hard for me to keep saying hi to everyone, and now I have a problem to stop doing it in Poland. Yeah. I know what you mean, sure. Wicked sick 90, like, hi Dave, how you doing? Wicked, what are you, from Boston? Like, oh, wicked sick, bro. Małgorzata Piekarska. Małgorzata, do I know you, Małgorzata? Have we met in person? For some reason your name sounds familiar. I don't know. I wasn't on your previous live stream. Do you have a storm did you have a storm today? I don't know that we would say, I don't know, that sounds weird to me. Did you have a storm? I think that's right, but it sounds a little odd for me. Maybe, was there a storm where you live? Maybe that's what I would say. Was there a storm where you live? I don't know. Or did it rain? Did you have a storm today? I'm not sure. Sometimes I'm confused. But yes, it rained. I think it still is raining. I guess saying all right in English is like saying nie in Polish, more or less. More or less. MC, I like your accent. Thanks, MC. All right. Let's see here. Yes, that's correct. I lived in the UK for That's correct. I lived in the UK for the last 4 years, but moved back to Poland a month ago. Oh, I see. I see. So, what do you think about Poland after 4 years? What do you think about it? Is it what you expected? Is it different? Um, are you adjusting well? Are you acclimating well? Or are you having reverse culture shock maybe? Or is it just normal for you? So, um, yeah, let me know. That's right. I think you said you live in Krakow, right? Yeah, I don't know. Hi, Dave. Hey, KK, what's up? Stogu91, Dominica, do you lived in Gora? Maybe do you live? Maybe. All right, let's see what we got. MC, I see you wrote something here about accents. I don't know. Could you write that in English? I'm gonna go ahead and to the respect of everyone else, I'm just gonna read the comments in English. Okay. So, what is your favorite TV show? I don't know if I have a favorite one. I think at the moment I'm waiting for Better Call Saul. I like that. I like The Walking Dead, even though I know a lot of people have stopped liking it, but I still enjoy watching it. I don't think it's like my favorite, but I still like it. I like Rick and Morty. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV, but those are just some of the ones that I do like. Oh, I do like Cobra Kai, which is like pretty corny, but I still like it though. Cobra Kai, yeah. When there will be. Okay. So, real quick, Karobi, you just want to switch it. When will? When will there be? So you're close. You're very good. Just a little diff. Just switch it. When will there be a movie with Monica on the channel? The cakes look tasty. Oh, thank you. The cookies. They're cookies. Yes, not cakes. Cookies. Okay, cool. So the other thing too is that we would say video. When will there be a video with Monica on the channel? So because a movie is like 2 hours, right? It's longer. So this would be a video because it's short. So when will there be a movie with Monica on the channel? So or I would say, when will there be when will you release the video with Monica where you make cookies? I'm not sure yet. I still have to edit the video. We just made the cookies yesterday. I just ate one. I just ate a cookie like before this live stream, so they are really good. So hopefully when you see it, you'll be able to make it. Yeah. Hey Conrad, what's up, man? Good to see you again. Was there a storm where you are? There we go. That's a good way to say it. Was there a storm where you are? Yes, very good. Agent 47. Yes, there was. Or at least it rained. I don't know if it was like a proper storm, but it rained. Why do some people in the US, very good, in the US say right, could of, instead of could have, could have, right. Yeah, because you're right. Yeah, that's a good point. Because I'm going to guess it's because could have, as you indicated here, is condensed to could have. Like could have becomes could have. And then some people, like, I mean, here's the thing. You guys are better at writing in English than we are. We're not good at writing in English. People don't know how to spell. Like, you think Americans know how to spell in English? No. You guys spell better in English. So when people hear could have, I could have done that, they're not thinking could apostrophe VE. Sometimes they just write could of because it sounds the same. Could have and could have. It's the same. Is it a slang expression or just a misspelling? It's probably a misspelling. Now, I never thought of it, but maybe it's slang, but it's definitely, I'm going to say misspelling, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I could be wrong. MM mentions some Tamagotchi song. I know that song. I just don't know who sings it. What does it mean when someone shouts shotgun before getting in the car? Good question, Adam. In fact, I made a video about it on my other channel in Polish. So I think if you just go to my other channel and write the word shotgun in the search for, or just Dave Zamedyki shotgun, you'll see a video. What it means is that they are reserving, they are calling the front seat. So there's the driver. The driver always drives. And then let's say we're taking a car and it's 3 people. The driver, me, and someone else. And I want to sit in the front next to the driver. I would say shotgun. And what that means is that I'm verbally reserving a place next to the driver. And it comes from the old days where, someone would drive and then the person who was sitting next to the driver would, lean out the window and shoot the gun. So that's where it comes from. Very American, I think. I don't know what they say in England. They're like, oh, cup of tea or whatever. I don't really know what they would say. Like, what do British people like? I don't know. They're like, I don't know, limited freedoms of speech. I don't know. Maybe that. I'm not sure. Mihao wrote, hi, handsome. What's up, Mihao? How you doing? They want to sit in the front. Exactly, Lukasz. We haven't met personally yet. Maybe in the future. Who knows? But I write comments sometimes on your channel or Instagram. Okay. Do you live in Warsaw, Małgorzata? Małgorz? I'm just going to call you that, Małgorz, yeah. I'm telling you, it sounds like a fish. Like wędzony Małgorz. That's like I imagine. Yeah, do you live in Warsaw? If you do, let me know. Maybe we can hang out. Hi, guys. Hello. Hi, Dave. Praised be Jesus Christ. All right, cool. Honeymoons. Are you watched this? Have you watched this? Honeymoons. Have you watched this? What is Honeymoons? Is that a show? I don't know. I've never heard of it. Just watching Better Call Saul. What do you think about Breaking Bad, though? Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, obviously, that's why I'm watching Better Call Saul, is because of Breaking Bad. However, I will say, I don't know how much you saw or how much you have watched already of Better Call Saul, but I think there's like a moment in that show, like once you get to a certain episode, like I'm gonna have to argue that Better Call Saul might be better than Breaking Bad, but they're both very good. Lukasz wrote, do you read books? No, not really. No. I love it how you explain English grammar. You have to be excellent teacher. You have to be an excellent teacher. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate that. I don't have all the answers, though. I wish I did, but I don't. So sometimes I just don't have the answer. But I do my best to make it easy and understandable. Have you ever had any contact with someone speaking MLE, Multicultural London English? It must sound weird for Americans. In it, bruv. Yeah, I don't I don't know if I've heard that. Not really. Like, have you had any contact? So that's the thing. We don't really say having contact with someone. Like, I feel like that's a direct translation from Polish. Like, Polish people love using the word like contact. Like, oh, contact. Like, they love it. Like, it's, I think like when Polish people are born, they're like, their parents are like, make sure to always use the word mieć contact. Like, I don't know why, but it's a very popular word. We don't really say that. Have you had, I would just say, have you ever spoken with someone? Have you ever talked to someone? Have you ever met someone? That's what I would say. Have you ever met someone? Have you ever talked to someone? Having contact is like, I imagine like contacting aliens, like E.T., where they like touch fingers, like, oh, I'm making contact. Pew! Like, that's how I imagine having contact with aliens or something. Maybe I'm wrong, but that just doesn't seem right to me. Like I don't think I would ever say that. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. How much is the accent different between Los Angeles and New York? I don't know. I've never been to Los Angeles. I've never been to California. But obviously, certain people in New York have a strong accent. And it also depends which part of New York, too. Like, New York is, like, broken into, I think, 5 boroughs. So depending on which borough you're from, you could have a different accent. But then some people don't have, like, a strong New York accent. So it depends. And I'd imagine the same is true for Los Angeles. Yeah. All right. What's the difference between mesmerize and hypnotize? Well, to hypnotize someone is when you are like doing something like this, where you're getting sleepy, very sleepy, right? You're like doing something to make them hypnotized. But mesmerize is like, someone can mesmerize someone, sure, but that's not on purpose usually. Maybe I'm wrong, but you can be mesmerized. So, for example, let's say you're a guy and you're at a club, right? And you see a beautiful woman who is dancing beautifully and just dancing very well, and you're like, wow, and you can't stop staring at her, which, by the way, maybe don't do that, right? That's kind of creepy. But for example, this is just an example, right? You're looking at a girl and you're just like, it is like you are hypnotized by her dancing. She's not doing it on purpose, more than likely, but you are mesmerized by her, the way she's moving. Or you could also be mesmerized by someone's any action. Maybe someone's just talking. I don't really know. You'd have to Google it, but that's my understanding of it. Hello, Dave. What do you think about creating Discord? Creating maybe a Discord? Because if you said creating Discord to learn English, that means that Discord does not exist and I have to create it. Like the fact, I would just have to, like, basically start the company Discord. That is creating Discord. But if you said creating a Discord, that's like a Discord. So you mean like a Discord account? I don't even know what Discord is, honestly. I don't know. If you could know the other 2 languages, which would it be? Okay, maybe, let's try to fix that sentence, okay? Maybe if you could speak 2 other languages, which would they be? Right? Because it's 2 languages, so it's they and not it. If you could speak 2 other languages, which would they be? Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm already, I've been learning Spanish for a while, so if I could just magically speak Spanish perfectly, that would be one of them. I guess the other one would be, like, I don't know, Mandarin Chinese. That's probably a good language for business and stuff, right? It seems logical to me. Hello from Germany. What's up, Jerzy? Jerzy Grzybacz. He's like a Jerzy. He's like a hedgehog, right? Do you know some Aussies? No. I would say, do you know any Aussies? Do you know any Aussies? No, I don't. When will you make, not made. When will you, oh, and by the way, don't capitalize you. You, the letter U, word U is not capitalized in English. Don't do that. U is always small. When will you make another material about present perfect? Okay. maybe another video about present perfect. I'm not sure. Hold on, I gotta write something down because you gave me an idea. All right. First one was very helpful. Thank you, Adrian. I'll have to think about it. MM wrote, "You have a beautiful face, and you are handsome. You are the best, and I'm sad because I'm not like you are." Well, I mean, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic here, but, well, thank you if you're not. But, I mean, you can't worry about other people. You just have to be the best version of yourself, right? That's it. Like, trust me, I look at other, I sometimes look at some other guys, especially on the internet, and I'm like, oh man, like I look like a piece of garbage compared to those guys, But, you got to just focus on yourself and be the best version of you, right? You're always going to be you, so just be the best version of yourself. That's my opinion. Hi from Norway. Hey, what's up? I was watching a movie today and a guy was talking about a photo and he said it was on the Instagram. I thought we don't use the talking about Instagram, Facebook and stuff, do we? Yeah. Sometimes people say on the gram. On the Instagram. No, I've never heard anyone say the Instagram, but I have heard people say the gram. And that's kind of just slang, I guess. Yeah. But you're right, that we don't normally say that. Have you ever been to Norway? No, I have not. It sounds too cold for me. Maybe in the summer. But I've also heard it's very expensive, yeah. Małgorzata wrote, I'm living in Torun. Małgorzata, I would say I live. That's what I would say. I live in Torun, or Płock. It's about 100 kilometers from Warsaw. I heard about your meeting in Bydgoszcz, but I don't have free time to get there. All right, well that's okay. We ended up calling it off. We ended up canceling the meeting in Bydgoszcz, so that's fine. All right. Have you ever been to Norway before? Also a good question. Both questions are fine. I have not. Hi from Gdańsk. What's up, Anonymous PL? Yes, I mean, I went to high school in Góra, and now I'm living my best life in the countryside. It's not Krakow, Dave. It's about 40 minutes away from Wrocław. Wrocław, that's right. Yes, I knew it was one of those. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Living my best life. That's so funny. Yeah. By the way, some of the comments are a bit weird. Yes. Well, no, I don't know. It's not that bad. You guys are a good group, right? You guys are fine. But obviously, on the internet, there's always going to be weird stuff, okay? Which, by the way, before I forget, if take a moment and just press the like button on this video because, it helps my channel. So if you can do me a favor and like this, it's just one way you can support me and, grow my channel. So if you like it, like it. All right? Which American accent do you speak? I would say just like general American, just very plain. Like most people wouldn't say that I have, most Americans would say that I don't have an accent, but obviously there are some words that I might say with a slight accent, but it's going to be very few words, and most people would not notice it or wouldn't know where I'm from. So, well, it looks like MM is hitting on Dominika, right? He wants to have supper with her. All right, well, that's between you guys, all right? You guys need to figure that out in your own time, okay? Katzbed wrote, hold on a second. Katzbed wrote, is it true that people in America don't use present perfect? What is an alternative, more usage of past simple and past continuous? I'm going to say probably, okay, so Katzbed, to answer your question, yeah, we do use present perfect. We just don't use it as much. We use it like there are certain instances where you have to use present perfect. Excuse me, especially when we're talking about something that has happened in your lifetime. So, like, have you been to Poland? Meaning, in your life, have you been? Have you been to Poland? If I said, did you go to Poland? That means a specific time. Did you go to Poland last year? But as a British person, I think would say, like, have you eaten breakfast today? Whereas we would also say, have you eaten breakfast? But a lot of people would say, did you eat breakfast today? So, yeah. What's the difference between the pronunciation of the words where and were? So, where are they? And then were. So, where, like, where are they? It's like the word air, right? Like, air. So we just say air, where. And then were, like, where were they? Where were. Trying to think what to compare that to. Were. It's like the word world. World. I don't know. Like, where were they in the world? I don't know if that helps, but where were they? Do you more say ing like it should be pronounced, or you rather say an in like swimmin'? Okay, so let's fix that sentence, Łukasz. Where to begin? I would say how do you pronounce words that end with ing? Do you pronounce them with the G or without the G? That's what I would say. Personally, I don't know. Probably like half and half, but probably more like swimming. Like swimming, yeah, like it sounds usually pretty unnatural to say swimming, right? It's more like swimming. I'm going swimming. Like if I do say the G, then the G is not super strong. Like I'm going swimming. Running. Yeah, I don't know. I think both are fine. I wouldn't overthink it, honestly. But I would, yeah. But it shouldn't be like super strong at the end. Is it common for the use of adult? Is it common in the US? Oh, okay. Just write the US in big letters, because otherwise it just looks like us. Is it common in the US for adult people to smoke pot? Assume adult equals someone over 30. I don't know. I guess so. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, I think. And also, most people don't say pot. They'd say weed. Pot is like something your grandma would say. Like, how are you guys smoking the pot? Like, I don't know. It's kind of old-fashioned to say pot. Dominica wrote, oh, hold your horses, MM. This picture was taken in high school 10 years ago. We have a romance developing here, huh? Norex wrote, sup, Dave. Excuse me. And MM responded. You see, I think like this chat should just become like a private chat where we all just like see what happens between Dominica and MM. Like, all right, guys. Let's see what happens. No, I don't know. I'm kidding. He wrote, but you are in my type. Okay, so real quick, MM. We would say you are my type. We wouldn't say you are in my type. You would say you are my type. And you are a beautiful woman. And in here, it's woman with an A, because you wrote women, which is multiple. Like, you are beautiful women. So I imagine that Dominica is like, she's like several people, which I doubt is true. Will you be in Poland during vacation? So in English, we don't say vacation. We say summer. Will you be in Poland during summer? Vacation can happen anytime. It could be winter vacation, summer vacation, and adults don't say summer vacation because they don't go to school. So we would say summer. See, this is why Europeans have a better life, because even if you're an adult, summer is vacation. For Americans, you just work and work and work until you die, and that's it. There's no vacations. I've noticed that when talking about the future, we usually say to be going to do something. Like, I'm going to go to the store, and will is more likely to be used when people are writing, not speaking. Yeah, exactly. We don't really say will as much. That's just too formal, I think. And yes, you're right, Łukasz. Rasta Dariusz, okay. Hi there, I just came by here to say hello, and I'ma hit the grab at the moment. Well, with a name like Rasta Dariusz, then I guess I'm not surprised. Yeah. You got a thumb, Manx. All right, thank you. All right. Have you ever dealt with, heard of social anxiety? I think everyone deals with social anxiety, right? Like, I don't think anyone, people just pretend like they don't have social anxiety, but I think everyone has social anxiety to some degree, right? Now, some people have it worse than others, but you know, I think it's like perfectly normal and human to have social anxiety to some degree. I think that's totally normal, yeah. Dave, what is your most favorite word in American English? I've never thought about that, honestly. I'll have to think about it. Yeah. MM is not only freak, it should be a freak, but he's also a weirdo, LOL. Well, come on. I mean, he hasn't... Oh, okay. No, never mind. I was going to say he's not, but then he wrote, I want... It should be a triangle with me, Dominika, Chana, and Dave. I will prepare onions and vodka. Well, that's... See, now I agree with Anonymous. I was going to defend MM and be like, he's not a freak or a weirdo. And then I saw that, what he wrote, and that is, yeah. But it's all, I mean, I'm going to say, like, inappropriate, but also funny. Funny, yeah, with the onions and vodka. That made it okay. If he didn't write that, I would be like, come on, man, what are you doing? Another live. Wow, I'm late. Dave, Vimyatash. I little speak English, but I learn. Okay. Maybe I speak English a little, Aneta. I speak English a little, but I'm learning. I am watching football. I'm sorry for my English. Dave, you know I love you and love your book. Thank you, Aneta. That's very nice. I appreciate it. Are you been in Greece? Aneta wrote this. Okay, Aneta, we would say, have you been in Greece or to Greece? I would say, have you been to Greece? Have you been to Greece? No. The only Greece I know is the grease in my frying pan. Huh? Yeah, that's a terrible joke. But no, I have not been to Greece. Nope. I'm learning English, but I'm not good at it. I'm stupid. Well, I don't think that you should be calling yourself stupid. Nobody should call themselves stupid, right? That is not a good way to talk about yourself. It's not. Just don't do it, right? You're not stupid. Have you ever been to now? You might be kind of a freak because you recommended having a triangle with me and another person on this thing with onions. So that's freak, yeah, maybe. But stupid, I don't think that's the right word. Okay. Have you ever been to Poznan? I have been to Poznan. Yeah, I like it. It's a cool place. I like those like rogaliki or whatever they're called with the white, I don't know, mak? I don't really know what that is. That's really good. I like those. No, I don't say that. Being unexperienced is definitely not equal to being stupid. Yes. Oh, Adek, we would say inexperienced. Inexperienced, not unexperienced. In, inexperienced. I agree. No, nobody should be calling themselves stupid. Why you have little yes? I don't know what this means. I don't know what you're saying here. Laughing my ass off. That joke. I don't know a joke. The proper way to say they've been watching TV for an hour. The proper way is to say they've been watching TV for an hour. But would you personally say they're watching TV for an hour since morning? They're watching. No, I would. They're watching TV for no. I would say they've been watching. Absolutely, I would say they've been watching. What is more important, grammar or accent? So here's a deal. I think it depends. Well, first of all, grammar is important. You have to, yeah, speaking grammatically is important. And I think that's part of what accent, maybe I don't know the definition of grammar, okay? So maybe I don't know the definition of accent either. I think that, like, I don't know the answer to that, honestly. I think both are important. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with having an accent. Having an accent can be good. It could be cool. But at the same time, like, you have to make sure you know how to pronounce things correctly, right? Because you can have an accent, but pronounce things well. Does that make sense? I don't know. What do you think about the word? What do you think about the word bollocks? It sounds so unnatural to me, but I've heard it so many times. No, I've heard so many times a native speakers using this word. Okay, let's fix that sentence, Anonymous, all right? What do you think about the word bollocks? It sounds so unnatural to me, but I've heard native speakers saying this word many times. Yeah. They're mostly English people. I don't know. We would not say that. I think like a lot of Americans don't even know what that is. Yeah. Adak wrote, Dave, why did a Mexican guy come to the hospital? I don't know. I hope this is an appropriate joke, but yeah, why? Hubert wrote, Hi. Hi, Dave. What's up, Hubert? Attorney General wrote, what do you think about the current president, Joe Biden, and about Donald Trump? You know, this is not a political discussion, nor is it a political channel. So I don't think we should be talking about that kind of stuff. In your opinion, more effective will be learning English with watching podcasts or people speaking easy English or advanced English? I think that my English is quite communicative. All right, good. Yeah, let's talk about your sentence here, just because, yeah, of course, communicative is very important, and I agree with you. But I think we need to fix that first sentence. I would say, in your opinion, is it more effective, right? Because you want to make it into a sentence. So in your opinion, is it more effective to learn English by watching podcasts where people speak easy English or advanced English? I don't know. It just depends on what you feel is right. For me, I'm not even sure if I know the difference, honestly, because to me it's all like, I think my idea of advanced English is probably going to be different than your idea of advanced English. What do you think about singers without native accent? What does that mean? Like who is that? Like, I don't. What do you have? What are you thinking about here? What do you mean? You mean like if someone from Poland sang in English? Or like if they sang in English with an obviously foreign accent? Well, I don't know. I think personally it doesn't sound great, but yeah, that's my opinion. Do you recommend some interesting podcast? All right. I would say, do you have any podcast recommendations? Or do you have any interesting podcast recommendations? No, I don't listen to podcasts, honestly. Yeah. It should be what's the difference? Not what's the different. What's the difference between South, Southern, or Western? Well, uh, that's a good question. I've never thought about that. So, if I say the South, I don't know. I don't really have an answer for you. My recommendation is to Google it, because I don't know. Do you use the word ain't? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I do. I need to like think. I need to make a video about the word ain't. What do you guys think? Would that be helpful? Wicked Sick Row. Dave, when I was in the US, I had a problem understanding black people. They probably use slang a lot or have such a strange accent. Do you have the same feeling? So the thing is that, I think like black Americans have, I think nowadays we acknowledge it as a dialect. So it is a different dialect. And I don't think I have any issues understanding that particular dialect, just because I grew up in the U.S. and we're surrounded by people who speak that way. So, however, you're right. They would use sometimes they use words that a lot of white people don't know. But I've always been very fascinated by culture, by all sorts of culture, and language and dialects are part of cultures. So I've always been very curious, and I ask a lot of questions. I do, minor research. So I think typically I probably know more about certain things in the Black American community than other white people. But that's, maybe I'm wrong, but that's I feel like that's the case. Dave, I did some research and found out that unexperienced is an actual word as well, although I guess more people would rather say inexperienced. Well, thank you, Adek. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I've never heard. I I think most people would think that that's not right. But yeah, well, that's the thing about languages, right? Is that just because something is technically right doesn't mean that it sounds good. So sometimes when I talk to people who are from other countries, they will actually translate the word that they use in their language and then translate it into English. And even though that's an English word, it's like a word that nobody uses. So that happens a lot too. Maybe you meet with people in Shlosk. Okay. Maybe say, maybe you will. Maybe you'll have a meeting in Shlosk. Maybe stand up. Well, sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I don't think I'm gonna. As of right now, in that I don't have any plans for anything like that. But maybe we'll see. Alion wrote, "I'm scared of speaking English due to my Polish/Norwegian accent, sort of mixed up together." Well, don't be scared of speaking English, right? Like there's nothing to be scared about, right? Like that's the only way you can get better is by speaking. So don't even worry about it. Mohammed wrote, "I think being confident is the most important thing to encourage practicing with fluent English people. What do you think?" Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Being confident is very important. And it's very, but at the same time, see, here's the thing, like often people are worried about how they sound or what they're saying. And it's weird because it's like you have to be confident, but at the same time, you have to be open to learning as well, right? And also be open to listening and hearing what native speakers are saying um, in order to kind of catch the difference between how they are using words. But absolutely, confidence is very important, very important. MC wrote, let's see here. MC wrote, "You're a smart dude. Good luck, man." Thanks, MC. Dominica wrote, "As I said before, I've lived in the UK for the last 4 years, and I've heard quite often that my English is good just because they can actually understand me. They mean my accent wasn't too Eastern." Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Like that's the most important thing is being understood, right? MM wrote, I want to look good for you on a date, on our date, only me, you, and onions." Are you talking to me, MM? I mean, yeah, I guess we could do that with onions. I mean, I like onions. Łukasz wrote, "English people or the English, Polish people or the Polish, which one should I use?" So first of all, anytime we use the word English or Polish, it's always with a big letter. It doesn't matter if we're talking about the language. It doesn't matter if we're talking about the people. The English, the E in English is always big. The P in Polish is always big. It's always capitalized. The English or the Polish. I think, personally, I say English people and Polish people, but you can say the English or the Polish. Both are fine, but I think with Polish people, I say Polish people. With English people, yeah, I think we just say blah 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 people, right? Do you know an American who learns to speak Polish? Okay, let's fix that sentence. I'd say, do you know any Americans who are learning Polish? Yeah. Do you know any Americans who are learning Polish? I do. I do, yeah. Yeah, even Americans who live in the US. That's right. What is the difference in pronunciation between to want and won't? Want and like I want something and I won't do that? Is that what you mean? Want and won't. Maybe go to sleep because you're yawning. No, I'm not going to go to sleep anytime soon. I'm still going to probably watch something. Dave, could you explain the difference in pronunciation between where, were, and where? So, where are they is the same as I'm wearing clothes, right? What are you, like, where are you? What are you going to wear? Same pronunciation. Were, it's where were you? Where were you when you were wearing that dress? Mohammed wrote, is using is using slags make you, I think you meant slang. Is okay. Is using slang, does, let me try to correct your sentence here, Mohammed, okay? Does using slang make you look more fluent? I think so, but it just depends, right? Like, if you use it right. Yes, if you use slang the right way, it does make you look more fluent. However, if you use slang the wrong way, then it'll be very funny, right? And people will laugh, and not necessarily because they're, laughing at you or making fun of you. It'll just be funny. It's kind of like, imagine watching the movie Borat. Well, I imagine Borat would use slang the wrong way, and then it's quite funny. But if you use it correctly, then yes, it could make you look more fluent. Yeah. Dave, could you please tell me which sentence is correct? Excuse me, do you know how I can get there? Or excuse me, do you know excuse me, do you know how can I get there? Oh, I didn't even read that the right way. No, that's definitely not right. So this is wrong. Excuse me, do you know how can I get there? That's never right. That is not correct. It's always, excuse me, do you know how I can get there? How I can get there, yeah. All right. Can I say, let's go get 2 waters, 2 beers, and things like that? Because I know grammatically it isn't correct because you can't count them. You can say that, but you're right. It's not grammatically correct. Let's get 2 water. Yeah, but people do say it. But you're absolutely right. I would just say, let's go get a couple bottles of water. Let's go get 2 cups of water, or let's go get maybe 2 beers is more socially acceptable. People say that. Okay, Franciszek wrote, 2 days ago I went to the doctor because 2 days earlier I had broken my leg. Okay. Is that like a statement, or is that like, are you trying to use your English? Like, did that actually happen? Well, I hope your leg gets better. Adrian wrote, what is your favorite place in the Polish seaside? What is your favorite place by the Polish seaside? Maybe by the Polish seaside. I don't really have a favorite place. I don't really care about the seaside, honestly. Like, I'm from Florida. I'm bored of the seaside. I don't care about the seaside. Not interested. So. Okay, Adek wrote, can February, March? No, but April, May. Ha ha ha. That's a good one. And Anuat wrote, do you still use cursive handwriting? It depends. I would say mostly probably not. Alion wrote, Dave, do you have any tips on how to write a proper 5-paragraph essay? I've been struggling with it for my whole life. That's too long of a conversation for here. I don't know. You'd have to Google it, right? That's your best bet. Is that sentence correct? I would say, is this sentence correct? Because it's like right there. Is this sentence correct? 3 witches watch 3 swatch watches. Which witch watch which swatch watch? I mean, the first half of it is, but then like once you get to which watch which swatch watch, maybe which watches, probably. Which watches which swatch watch. Then that would be correct, yeah. All right. Haha, about slang, since you're talking about it now. A guy in a movie said burnt instead of lit. That's a good example of the wrong way to use slang. Okay. What do you mean? What, I don't know the example. I don't know what you mean there. Ignacio wrote, "You're on USA now." Is that a question? Or is that a statement? So are you trying to say, are you? Because that's how you want to start a sentence, Ignacio. It's, are you in the USA now? No, I am not in the USA. I am in Poland. Someone wrote, cool glasses. Where did you get them? I don't remember. Thank you. I got them in the mall somewhere. I don't know. All right, guys. I think we are going to have to finish up here. Yeah. Yep. I think it's time. So, thanks for being here, guys. I hope you liked it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rafa wrote, how do you overcome jet lag? It's just time. I don't know. Lukash wrote, he said burnt party instead of lit party. Yeah. Yeah. That I could say that for sure. All right. It's time for me to go. Honestly, I am tired, I guess. Thanks for being here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And, you know, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Yeah, like it. Give it a thumbs up. Watch my other videos if you haven't already. Share those videos with your friends. That way it'll help my channel to grow. All right, so if you have any suggestions for videos, for topics in the future, you can write them in the comments. Maybe not in like these comments, but like once the live stream is over, you can write them in those comments. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Bye.